Hi everyone, welcome to Tech Rips. It's been a year and wish your holiday season is going well. Last time we reviewed about the Pixel 6 and now today we'll be talking about nothing other than the best TWS in the market, which is nothing but the Airpods Pro, which has been ruling the TWS market and the ANC market for a long time. So let's get started with the video. This is Abhishek from Tech Rips. Let's get started. First, I want to get started about the design and how Apple Airpods have grown in the last years, right? From being a $15 million industry, the Airpods alone, in 2017 to $114 million in 2020, it's not a joke. It is only purely through Airpods selling in the market, and this is only Airpods, guys, not iPhone. So how these guys have been ruling the industry, and do they still hold good in the coming years or in the current year, right? Let's get started by looking at the design first. To talk about the design, the Airpods Pro design is a very unique and sleek design, as you can see, right? So they are very good hold in hand, and also that they are very comfortable. So if you want to keep it in your ear, right, you feel they are very comfortable, and if you wear it for a long time, right, you don't feel it like, okay, ears are getting stuck or something is wrong, right? So from that standpoint, the Apple Airpods Pro takes a 8 out of 10 from my side, from a comfort standpoint and the way it looks from a technical standpoint. That is from the design standpoint. Now moving on to the second part of the Airpods Pro is nothing but the Intuitive controls we want to talk about, right? The Airpods controls are good. They just have a physical button. It's not a physical button which you can feel, but when you double tap it in your ears or when you tap it, right, you can feel that, okay, there is a button and there's click to make it as lively and real as possible. Now talking about the controls, right, so you can single tap for play and pause of the sound, or it's playing, and when you tap again, it's going to pause the song, double tap for the next song and triple tap for the previous song, and hold the AirPods for your ANC turn on and off. So it is a very good control overall from the tech standpoint. It being a very small space in the stem area, you're able to do all this. But one thing I did not like about that the control set is that you cannot reduce or increase the volume of the sound music you're listening to. That is the only part I felt which the Apple Airpods were lacking and could have been better. So from a control standpoint, I would like to give 8 out of 10 only because of the volume increase and decrease from a technical standpoint. Now moving on to the third category is going to be the connectivity part, right? So we're talking about the Apple H1 chip inside this Airpods Pro, which has been doing great, I would say. It is instantaneous when you try to connect it with any Apple devices and Apple ecosystem. It is instantaneous and spontaneous. Now you may ask, okay, Abhishek, what about the Android phones out there, right? So the Pixel 6 coming in and changing the whole world. I would say it is not as easy as to connect like your Apple ecosystem, but it is really good. I mean, you just have to go to the Bluetooth settings, do a swipe, go connect, and press and hold this button in the back. You'll be good and you should be good after that. But it is not as easy as in the Apple ecosystem while moving out into an Android ecosystem, like how I'm doing right now, right? I'm changing from next to Pixel 6, and I felt little disturbing at the starting time, but I think when you get used to it and you're not going to pair and pair again and again, you'll not face a major problem or major issue on the connectivity side. And it is pretty much good. I mean, you can keep your phone, go into your hall, kitchen, and even in office, right? I used to keep it in my place and you go to the pantry to take a coffee. It holds good. So the connectivity from a day-to-day standpoint is good. I'm not saying, okay, keep it here and go to another room or other side of the building completely. So I'm not going to say that. But from a connectivity standpoint, it is really good for day-to-day life and it works best. Now, the next part is the battery, right? So how much juice does this guy give for your day-to-day life? So for day-to-day life, this guy gives 4.5 hours of music playback once you take it from the case, and 3.5 hours talk time in day-to-day usage. So that is okay, it is good, but there are other products in the market is giving up to 7 hours, 6 hours, and again they are the latest improved techs, and considering the size of these earbuds, they are good to go, right? But the best part is that if you have the case, right, so 5 minutes of charge can give you 1 hour of battery. Yes, it is the truth, and it gives 1 hour of battery in 5 minutes charge, and it's done tested. And from overall standpoint, you get 24 hours of day-to-day using time along with the case, I mean the number of charges you do, and 18 hours of playback time where you can call, and when your calls, right, it gives 18 hours of call time because the microphones are going to be used extra, right? So that is how it works from a battery standpoint. One thing I want to talk about is that there are people saying that, okay, there are cases in the Apple AirPods where batteries die after 2 years or a year and the battery is not up to the mark. To my case, I've not seen that. I'm using this for 2 years. I've not seen that problem till date. But just a recommendation for all the people out there from the TWS market is that do not take your earbuds out and again. I mean, if you call 5 minutes, don't keep it inside just like that. Make sure at least 20 minutes when you take your earbuds or AirPods or earbuds outside the case, you keep it at least for 10-20 minutes outside, then it goes inside so that the battery life is better, because these are small batteries and the battery life cycles get disturbed if you keep taking it and putting it in. You understand, right? So that is the mistake people are doing right now. It's not delicate, but it is not complicated as well. So that is from a battery standpoint. Now moving on to the elephant in the room, right? And before going out there, if you like this video, please subscribe and like this video, and it will help me a lot to make better content like this, right? So moving on to the sound part, right? The most important part of the AirPods Pro, right? Sound in these AirPods Pro are very amazing. Now they are getting to be the great range, right? Because the tech has changed a lot in the world. I mean, with Bose Quiet Comfort coming in, your Sony WF-1000MX4 coming in. So there are a lot of new techs in the market, and these buds are becoming cheaper day by day. So when it started, it was just Apple AirPods was the market for TWS earbuds, but now it is changing. The sound profiles are changing. But if you need a daily usage earphone where you can take calls pretty much any time and also listen to music as easy as that, this is the go-to AirPods at any point of time, because they are easy to set up out of box, right? They are very easy to do and use at any point of time, and from a normal user you will not feel that the sound is low or it is little not up to the mark the detail. So for a normal person this sounds great. You will not find the difference. And the ANC, right, the active noise cancellation in this is really good. I should say before 2 years till now it is still holding good, and it is really doing a great job in the market. But from a sound profile standpoint, right, from your sound profile standpoint, your high, mids and lows, right, I would say there are better AirPods and earpods in the market where you can go and get it, and at least my recommendation is at least try it. I'm not saying go and buy the other AirPods or earbuds just like that. Just go and try those buds so that you know the difference of sound profile. But from active lifestyle where you go to the gym, you hit some weights, and also if you go for a walk, these AirPods are really good, and they are not the best to be honest. From my standpoint, they are the best today in the market, but they are really good. And just before you make a decision, just try these AirPods and the other TWS earbuds in the market so that you get understanding of what I'm trying to talk about, right? That is from a active noise cancellation standpoint or the sound standpoint, from a profile standpoint. Now moving on to the most, I would say, the amazing tech, right? So the amazing part of the AirPods Pro is nothing but the transparency mode and the way you can take calls in day-to-day life. So this is a really good and friendly earbuds for calling, I should say. The noise cancellation mic is good. You really don't feel like there is noise around you when you use this AirPods at any point of time. So in that standpoint, this is amazing, and the transparency mode, guys, is great in this AirPods. So that you should try to make sure that you can know the difference from the TWS buds in the market again. So the sound in transparent mode is amazing, and you don't even feel like you're wearing bud any sometime. And it just feels like you're very natural. You can hear everything outside, and call quality is great. And only catches that, and call quality is going to reduce your battery life. So I mean, if you're really going to talk more than 11 hours, 10 hours on calls, this might not hold good. But yeah, that's how it works from a sound and the call standpoint, right? So that is from ranking from categories, right? We talked about design and other parts of the AirPods, right? So if you ask me, okay, Abhishek, what would be the overall rating of these AirPods, right? I would give 8 out of 10 in this year, but if it was a year or 2 years before, right, it would have been a 9 out of 10. So right now, we'll again talk about the other TWS earbuds in the market, but trying the other earbuds is going to make you sure that, okay, you get the best out of the world, like the Sony 1000 XM4s and the Bose Light from Ford, which we're talking about in the next video. You can go for it. The only catch is that the price point of these guys, they do give offers, it keeps changing, they vary time to time, right? But are they worth the value in the current year? It's half and half. I would love to say, okay, go for it at this current point of time, because the AirPods Pro 2 are coming in, and the AirPods 3 also sound great. So if you're gonna go into the market, I would recommend go for the newer products and get those one, or wait for the AirPods Pro 2, it's gonna come in soon. But if you're getting a good deal and you're not a great fan of anti-noise cancellation, and you don't really see the details too much, this is a very easy recommendation for you at this point of time. So that is all from today's review, guys, of the AirPods Pro with Abhishek and TechRips Tech for Life. If you really like this video, again, I'm repeating, but please subscribe to this video and like the video and share the video, so that I can bring you more premium products into the market and talk about it. And please feel free to add any comments to that and the way I'm talking, or if you want to change anything. I will take feedbacks and work on it so that you get the easiest tech review at any point of time in your hands. Thank you. Abhishek signing off, guys.